Hello, welcome to the Invest in Value channel. I am Victor, and in this video, I'm going to cover a mining company by the name of BHP. BHP is located in Australia. I found this company about a year ago and invested in this company. It's been a really good return on my investment, both in the form of the price going up and they pay a great dividend. I'd like to tell you about it and take them through my investor scorecard. My investor scorecard involves three elements. First, am I getting a discount on this investment if I wanted to buy more shares or if I was buying this for the first time? Second, is the company operated and performing well? And last, is it the right time to buy? Sometimes we find great companies, but it's the wrong time to buy. But is that the case here for BHP? Before I jump into the full analysis, do me a big favor and like my video, consider subscribing to my channel, and hit that bell if you want to be notified when I release a new video. Now, let me tell you more about BHP. So BHP mines iron ore and distributes it around the world where they need that iron ore to make steel. China is a big market for them, but other parts of the world buy their iron ore. They also mine copper. They have a oil exploration business that they have made a lot of money on because oil prices are so high. They'll be spinning that off on June 1st and giving stockholders a piece of that new company that's being spun off. So that's a really nice thing. The stock price has been going up over the last 5 years. If you owned BHP 5 years ago and held it, you'd be up almost 91%. So you'd be very happy. This year, if you had BHP stock, just year to date, they're up 12.68%, which is really good because this year the S&P is down more than 11% year to date. So this one is one of those that bucked the trend and really helped investors like myself really beat the S&P by having a company that's performing well and their price is going up and they're paying a huge dividend. Now, let me review what I believe BHP is worth. I use an intrinsic value calculator that discounts the free cash flows that we expect in the future. I take a 20-year timeline and discount all those cash flows to today's present value. I'm going to use a discount rate of 9%, which is a nice conservative number. This is an Australian company. From everything I've looked at, it's a very solid company, but it is out of the US. And I'm going to use a higher discount rate than normal. They've had just phenomenal growth. So I'm not going to use that phenomenal growth because commodities go up and down. And I think we're in an up cycle that'll last a few years, but in the future, it should die down. I'm going to use a 10% growth rate on years 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after 5, 6 through 20, I'm going to use a growth rate of 5% on those cash flows. So the last closed year, they generated $16 billion of free cash flow. And if I take that as a starting point, I believe the intrinsic value of the whole company is $247.5 billion. Their market cap currently is $180.9 billion. So there is room there for a discount. If I look at the shares outstanding, the intrinsic value per share is $97. The stock is trading at $66.16. So it provides a nice 48% discount on this stock. BHP's performance has been excellent. They grew revenues 41%, primarily because commodity prices went up, quite a bit. Their PE is 10.22, which is great. This year, PEs that are very high are really getting punished in 2022. They have free cash flow of $16 billion, looking at their market cap of $180 billion. They have a free cash flow yield of 9%, which is excellent. They have a huge dividend at 10.3%. I think this year's dividend will also be excellent. And then we'll see in years to come, but this will be a high dividend payer. The management expects that they're going to continue on, and 2022 will be similar to 2021. Their fiscal year is about to end at the end of May. So there hasn't been any signal that they're going to have a bad year. I think commodity prices have held up really nicely. So they should have a very good year, and they should announce good earnings at the end of May 31st. They're spinning off the oil business on June 1st. So on June 1st, BHP stockholders will receive their portion of a new company that they're spinning off. And so you'll get that as a dividend as part of your investment. My outlook of BHP is that the stock price has gone up significantly over the last year, but there's still good upside in the stock and there's a big dividend to be had. So I like being in this space. I think being in commodities right now, mining companies, is a really good place to be. So I'm going to add my shares to my position. I have a good position with BHP. I also own another mining company, ticker TX. So those two have been my play against the inflation, because inflation has driven all these commodity prices up. And I've had a good position on BHP and TX, which both of those companies have gone up in value and they've paid me a great dividend during that time. All right, let's scorecard BHP. First, am I getting a discount on this investment? And you certainly are, but pick your spots. BHP recently has been going on a dip. Their operational data is concerning some investors. So it may be an opportunity to buy more shares. I certainly have bought shares recently. I bought more shares this week. Company is operated and is performing well. They're just firing on all 8 cylinders. I think divesting the oil business, which has been a real big positive, will help them focus on their primary business and even perform better in the future. And it is a good time to buy. I think their stock price still provides a really nice discount. It's a good sector to be in. And I don't think it's overcrowded, especially looking at an Australian company. I think investors are very comfortable with US companies. My reason for buying BHP to begin with was that the US mining companies that mined here in the US tended to be either underperforming or overvalued. And therefore, I didn't see the type of return that I could get out of BHP or TX. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not recommending you buy BHP, TX, or any other stock or security. I like to record my experience as I invest in companies. I'm an investor of BHP and like to share it with other investors. So thank you for watching my video. Really appreciate it. Please hit the like button on my video and consider subscribing to my channel if you like videos like this one, and hit that bell if you want to be notified when I release a new video. Good luck investing in 2022.